Hello and welcome to Heritage Hub, the channel where we explore the fascinating stories and secrets of the past. Today, we are going to learn about the Mesopotamian civilization, one of the oldest and most influential civilizations in the world. Mesopotamia was the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, in what is now Iraq and parts of Syria, Turkey, and Iran. It was the birthplace of many inventions and innovations that shaped the history of humanity, such as writing, law, cities, and empires. In this video, we will discover the history, culture, achievements, and legacy of the Mesopotamian civilization and how they mastered the art of war and strategy. So, buckle up and get ready for a journey through time and space. Mesopotamia means the land between the rivers in Greek, and it was aptly named as the region was defined by the two great rivers that flowed through it, the Tigris and the Euphrates. These rivers provided water, fertile soil, and transportation for the people who settled there. The region was also part of the Fertile Crescent, a crescent-shaped area of land that stretched from the Nile Valley in Egypt to the Persian Gulf, and was ideal for agriculture and the development of civilization. The history of Mesopotamia can be divided into several periods and cultures, each with its own characteristics and achievements. The first known civilization in the region was the Sumerian civilization, which emerged around 3500 BCE in southern Mesopotamia. The Sumerians were the pioneers of many aspects of civilization, such as writing, mathematics, astronomy, and urban planning. They invented cuneiform, the world's first writing system, which consisted of wedge-shaped signs impressed on clay tablets. They also developed a base, 60-number system, which is still used today for measuring time and angels, and made accurate observations of the stars and planets, which they used for astrology and calendar making. The Sumerians built the first cities, such as Uruk and Ur, which were organized around large temples called ziggurats, dedicated to their gods. The Sumerians believed in a polytheistic religion, with many gods and goddesses who controlled the forces of nature and human affairs. After the Sumerians, Mesopotamia was ruled by several other civilizations, such as the Akkadians, who created the world's first empire under Sargon the Great, and the Babylonians, who established a powerful kingdom under Hammurabi. Hammurabi is best known for his code of laws, one of the earliest and most complete law codes in history, which covered various aspects of civil and criminal law, such as contracts, property, family, and justice. The Babylonian Empire reached its peak under Nebuchadnezzar II, who rebuilt Babylon as a magnificent city, with the famous Hanging Gardens, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, and the Ishtar Gate, a splendid entrance decorated with glazed bricks and reliefs of animals. Another prominent civilization in Mesopotamia was the Assyrian civilization, which was known for its military might and brutality. The Assyrians developed iron weapons, chariots, and siege engines, which gave them an edge in warfare. The Assyrians conquered most of Mesopotamia, as well as parts of Egypt, Anatolia, and the Levant, and created a vast empire that lasted from the 9th to the 7th century BC. The Assyrians were also influenced by the Akkadian civilization, which was the first empire in history, founded by Sargon the Great around 2334 BC. The Akkadians spoke a Semitic language, which became the lingua franca of Mesopotamia and adopted many aspects of Sumerian culture, such as writing, religion, and art. The Mesopotamians were masters of war and strategy, and developed many tactics and techniques that were used for thousands of years. One of their innovations was the shield wall, a formation of soldiers who held their shields close together to form a defensive wall. This tactic was later used by the Greeks and the Romans and was effective against enemy arrows and spears. The Mesopotamians also used chariots, which were fast and maneuverable vehicles pulled by horses and could carry archers or warriors. The Mesopotamians were also experts in siege warfare, which involved attacking fortified cities or castles. The Assyrians, in particular, were skilled in siegecraft and used sappers, ramps, ladders, and battering rams to breach enemy walls. They also covered their operations with masses of archers, who fired volleys of arrows at the defenders. The Assyrians were notorious for their cruelty and violence and often massacred, enslaved, or deported the populations of the cities they conquered. But the Mesopotamians were not only warriors, they were also scholars and artists. They produced many works of art, such as pottery, sculpture, jewelry, and cylinder seals, which were small engraved stones that were used to stamp clay or wax. They also created many literary works, such as myths, epics, hymns, and proverbs, which expressed their beliefs, values, and emotions. One of the most famous literary works of Mesopotamia is the Epic of Gilgamesh, which tells the story of a legendary king who searched for immortality. The Mesopotamians also had a rich and complex religion, which involved hundreds of gods and goddesses who represented various aspects of nature and human life. The Mesopotamians built temples and shrines for their gods and performed rituals and sacrifices to appease them. In conclusion, the Mesopotamian civilization was one of the oldest and most influential civilizations in the world and left a lasting impact on the history of humanity. Their inventions and innovations, such as writing, law, cities, and empires, shaped the development of other cultures and regions. Their achievements and contributions, such as mathematics, astronomy, literature, and art, enriched the human knowledge and culture. Their stories and legends, such as the Epic of Gilgamesh, inspired and taught lessons to generations of people. The Mesopotamian civilization was a remarkable and fascinating civilization, and we can learn a lot from their history and heritage. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to Heritage Hub, and stay tuned for more videos on the wonders of the ancient world.